Hey everybody, back with part 2. Okay, I was looking around and I did forget to tell you a couple of things in the first part of this that are important to discuss. One of which is green tea. Green tea. Now these are two types. I held up this bag earlier. This is 100% organic green tea. This is a kind called Yogi Green Tea Super Antioxidant. Helps reduce free radicals. These are the two types of teas that I drink at least 2 cups a day. On days when I don't feel like drinking green tea, guess what? I have green tea extract. This is from a company called Now. I love their products. So, they have pretty much every nutritional supplement. So if you just want to stick with one brand, this is a great one that I recommend. So, the green tea is great. Let me tell you why. Not only does green tea help ailments such as dandruff and psoriasis by reducing inflammation, it's also known to stimulate hair growth, reducing hair fall and hair thinning, as well as strengthening and softening hair. Now this is where it gets really great. It contains panthenol, vitamin E, vitamin C, which are all ingredients you can find in over-the-counter hair conditioners. And it also, experiments have also been involved in ingesting green tea and applying it to the scalp at the same time. So if you're trying green tea for hair loss, you can drink it every day, but you can also maybe mix it in with, make some and then mix it in with a hair rinse, or mix in with some of your shampoo, or you can buy hair products that contain something called ECGC. That's E as in Earl, G as in green, C as in coffee, green, whatever. G as in, well, anyway, that's one of what I said. ECGC. I'm getting myself mixed up. Or, like I said, you can just buy some green tea extract and add it to your shampoo if that's what you want to do. I think one of the most important things to help your hair grow is your fluid intake. People don't drink enough water. I mean, you can see it. The skin is all dry. You have like lines and stuff. And then if your hair is really dry, your skin is dry. Your nails tend to be dry and brittle. I mean, all of those are signs of dehydration. By the time you get thirsty, you're already dehydrated. It is too late. The damage is already being done. So what I do, I have this. This helps me, and I also have some like athletic bottles that are about the same size. But I just got a couple of cases of this drinking water. And I try to drink 2 bottles of this per day. I am not always successful. I will admit that. But at least by having a goal, it puts me in a better position. And, it helps it just helps you feel better. I mean, you don't get as many sicknesses, because you get rid of wash bacteria and things out. Your skin looks better. You sleep better. It's everything to your body. Water is everything to your body. You got to have it. So that's how I start. I think this is about, 70 ounces of water per day, plus the tea and, anything else I might have, like beer or coffee or, whatever else during the course of the day. All right. So those are 2 things that we wanted to talk about. And also I wanted to talk about where I left off from video 1, the scalp problems that people have. People say, I have dandruff, I have psoriasis, my scalp is always itching, my scalp is always dry, I don't know what to do to make that, different. Some theories say that inflammation, which you see with scalp redness and dandruff and all that, is the cause of hair loss. And so what you want to do is eliminate all the things that could possibly cause scalp inflammation. Some of it may be products. If you're noticing that you're using a new product and suddenly your scalp feels really tender and irritated, or you can part your hair and you can see the red patches there, and or you notice that your hair starts falling out, okay, that's a symptom. Whatever that was, get rid of it. Don't use that one anymore, because that one is bad for your hair. If you use something and then you see a lot of flaking and shedding of skin from your scalp. Again, that is a bad sign. Whatever that product was that you used, get rid of it. Now, there also are problems with bacterial infections that people can get. You can get an infection on your scalp just like you can get one anywhere else on your body. But people don't really think about that. One of the number one ways that you transfer bacteria to your scalp is with your nails. So you're sitting there, you're idly doing this and you're digging in your head. Now you just touched all this stuff, right? You're like on public transportation or wherever you are. All the bacteria that was on that door handle, on that seat, on whatever you touched is now on your scalp. And with you, if you've broken the scalp with your fingernail, now it's going into your skin. Do you see where I'm going with this? That is the bad thing, very bad thing to do. And a lot of people have irritation like pimples on their scalp. That is a sign of a problem with bacteria. So you want to try to avoid that. Try to keep your hands out of your hair if at all possible. Keep your hands off your face, definitely out of your eyes and nose. Then you'll reduce your number of colds and sicknesses like overnight. The next thing you want to do is make sure you do not share combs with anyone. Use your own comb that you keep clean and wash with hot soapy water and spritz it with alcohol before and after every use. Okay? I mean, I may sound like this is exceptionally a lot of work, but I'm just saying, with the vast numbers of problems I read about women having online, this would seem to be a very common problem that people just don't really think about. Another source of bacteria that gets in your hair is, we put these little caps on at night we sleep. Okay, that thing needs to be cleaned out at least once a week. I mean, I have 3 of them and I swap them. 2 of them are getting washed and 1 of them is getting used. I don't like dirty stuff on my hair. The same with the pillowcase. Change that sucker. You don't have to do it just once a week when you change your sheets. There's nothing wrong with changing your pillowcase every other day, especially if you are the type of person that perspires a lot while you're sleeping. I mean, that's, perspiration, washing bacteria out of your skin is going right in the pillow. Then you're laying your face and you're rubbing around in it. Get rid of that thing and change your pillowcase. You can get them very inexpensively at Target and Walmart. I mean, just get 2 or 3 packages of them, white ones or whatever color you like, and change that puppy out. Now, if you have a scalp infection that you want to treat naturally without antibiotics, what's a good way to do it? Tea tree oil. Perfect. This is my little bottle of tea tree oil, very well used. Notice the smash dropper thing here. Mix a few drops of that in coconut oil and rub it on your scalp. Excellent solution for bacteria and dandruff treatment. Another fabulous one for dandruff and scalp problems like psoriasis and dandruff is neem oil. Now, this stuff smells like, I mean, I can't even tell you how funky this smell is. However, it works, and you put this on your scalp. This stuff will kill ringworm and lice, okay? This stuff kicks butt and takes names. But if you have, so if you have any kind of scalp itching and stuff that you don't want to dose your whole body with medication, get you some neem oil. Guaranteed to kill whatever is on your scalp. All right, and it also is supposed to help with thinning hair and hair, prematurely gray hair too. So it's a multi-purpose thing. That's why I have this big bottle of it, and I've had it for, I don't know, probably about 3 months, and I've only used about 25% of it. But this stuff works. I just can't, the smell is just like, woof. The best way to use it, if you, don't want to just put it on your scalp at night. Let it soak in and wash your hair in the morning. There you go. So those of you who co-wash all the time, you can get the benefits of neem oil very easily. Now, hair growth due to aging, hormones change, skin texture changes, skin thickness changes. Those are things you can't really help. But you will notice, like, if you had really, really long hair when you were young, chances are that you're going to have shorter hair as you get older because it's not going to grow the way that it used to. And, you may start noticing some thin spots in your scalp, especially if you're a woman. Or, guys get the baldness right here, but some women start developing that too as they get a little older. And I think one of the final things that I want to say is, and I can't remember what it was, but just give this time. If you have any questions about what I said here, because I know it's kind of rushing through everything and not really going into a whole great deal of explanation. If you have any questions, feel free to write me on the blog. You can submit your question to me at yournaturalhair.com. There's an advice question form there. You can just send it, and I'll do my best to answer your question and provide you with more information about what I know about supplements. Because it's a lot of research, and I don't have the time, of course, to bore you through 3 hours of videos going into great detail. But I hope that this provides you with some information, to help you stay away from all these fad, crazy things, putting gyne-lotrimin and monostat and, who knows what else. People are putting all this stuff on their head, and that stuff is scary to me. It's like, you don't know what this stuff's going to do. You could have your eyes merge right into the middle in a couple of years and you'll be looking crazy. So, let's just slow down, try some tried and true things that have been used for generations in our country as well as in Europe and and China and places all around the world with fabulous results. I'm of the mind, why reinvent the wheel? If it works for them, it'll work for me. Hair is hair, and it doesn't matter what race you are. All right, so Deborrah Cooper of yournaturalhair.com signing out and wishing you all the best in your natural hair journey.